Well, you know, if your hope is in the financial system of this country, if your hope is in that, it's not very hopeful.
You're going to cry.
But if your hope is in the Lord,
Yeah.
you got hope.
Yeah.
And if your hope is in American principles and ideals.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about the bad things that we've got and dialogue on those, and then we like to talk about the good things that we can do about the problems.
Okay.
And then we want to talk about the beautiful things. So it's the opposite. Clint Eastwood has the good, the bad, the ugly. We have the bad, the good, and the beautiful. But I do want to thank you. And I want to thank you in advance. I had a book, Secret Weapon. The day it debuted, I appeared on your show for the first time. First time I met you is January 16th, 2012. And Regnery, my publisher, was, you got to hammer on Glenn Beck to get you on. And I was going to pray about it. And so we prayed, and through a series of miracles, I came on your show, you invited me on. That book hit New York Times bestseller list. Just because of that show. And so I want to thank you for that. And then you did a documentary with For the Record, Unrestricted Warfare, and I want to thank you for that. And you've really been a huge help to me. And so I'm thrilled that we are now on Blaze TV.
We are, let me just, we get past all this because you're embarrassing me, but I'm thrilled that you're on because I do watch the show and you are teaching and saying the things that no one else. When I was in New York, without naming names, I sat down with a guy who was one of the big econ guys on television, and I told him right before 2008 what I thought was coming, and he actually said to me off the air, he said, "You are the most irresponsible person ever." And I said, "Wait, do I have that wrong?" He said, "No, but we have a responsibility not to create panic. We have a responsibility to not tell the American people some things." That is the worst advice.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. And so I thank you for talking about it.
Has no trust in the American people at all.
No trust.
You know, I do have some good news. I was at a conference over the weekend with Stephen Moore was one of the speakers. And Wall Street Journal, and 8 years ago or 10 years ago when he got information on my book, the response that he gave back, and it came back through a mutual friend, was, oh, come on, China loves us, China's our friend, we just need free trade forever. He's completely changed. He understands, and I think that's one of the positives of Trump.
I want to ask you about this, because I don't think Trump understands the complexities of China and how bad it is in, for instance, 2025, China 2025. Right. I don't think he was aware of that. He may be now. And when he started out with his tariffs on China, I'm against tariffs,
sure.
And I'm just against tariffs, and they're horrible. However, with China, if you are playing the game and you understand, we're talking China 2025. You do have to move in a different way. Do you think Trump knows that, or are those the people who have also hated tariffs around him that understand it, that go, yep, on this one, I support?
The guy that knows it and understands it is Peter Navarro. And Peter wrote with me, Frank Gaffney and Center for Security Policy published a book on China that I wrote a chapter and Peter wrote a chapter in, and he understands that this is an economic war. I hate tariffs too. I think they're the wrong thing, but if that's the only weapon you have to protect your family, to protect our nation, you have to use it.